What's going on, guys? Coach Mike here from the Performance Lab, here to share a bit of knowledge on supplementation. Alright, I know that's a very popular question in terms of training, as well as maybe you're a bit confused on what you should be doing or supplementing during this isolation period. So I'm going to just share a bit of knowledge on my opinion, as well as what the Performance Lab is going to suggest or give you tips on. What I want you to do is make sure to stay hydrated, guys, and just eat a well-balanced meal. Whether that be throughout the day or maybe a couple times throughout the day, make sure we have water with you. Stay hydrated with a water bottle. Keep a glass of water. You will be surprised at how much water you lose throughout the day or how much water you don't intake when you're not doing your regular daily routine. Make sure we're getting that exercise daily, guys. 60 to 90 minutes a day is recommended, especially with how isolated we are right now. Making sure we're getting outside at least once a day, getting that mental stability as well as that physical stability in your life is very important into keeping yourself sane through this crazy time. Alright, guys, now I'm going to move on to the supplementation that you guys might have questions with in terms of if you are training, maybe you are at home, maybe you're working hard. For some of you that are, I can still my advice is to still supplement yourself regularly if you have been, but maybe you're wondering if these ones are the right or the correct supplementation, or maybe you're wondering what the trainers take or what other persons are taking. So moving on, first supplement I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be protein. Alright, guys, I know it's a big question. Should I be taking protein? How much protein should I be taking? What kind of protein? Personally, I do not take any type of protein supplement. I feel you can get enough protein from your food to get that muscle recovery as well as that muscle recruitment. That is not, protein is definitely not the most important supplement in my diet, as well as it shouldn't be for most, just because we can get the protein from food. You should be able to get enough, as well as a lot of these protein supplements, the shakes, all the additives, those can be very, I wouldn't say bad for you, but they're not good for you, right? Sometimes it can stir up your gut, it can cause a bit of issues in terms of what you're usually used to digesting, as well as gives you a bit more calories than you're probably used to, and all that stuff is usually never good. So again, protein you can get enough protein, the recommended amount of protein through your food daily, guys. But if you do feel you want that mass, sometimes you do need it. I'm not saying everyone doesn't need to take it. Some people obviously need that extra bit of calories or mass, as well as maybe you're not in the right situation to get enough protein. Then of course supplementing it with the proteins, shakes, or whatever the form you're going to take is obviously going to be recommended by whoever it is giving you that advice. Moving on, I'm going to move to one of my favorite, or one of the most important supplements that I take, maybe or regularly, including daily, is going to be amino acids or BCAAs. So these are the building blocks of proteins. So it's basically the smaller version of the protein. These are the essential amino acids that are going to help you with that muscle recovery, that muscle recruitment. These are the supplements that you cannot get through food. So supplement, that's why it's called supplement. Supplement is used in terms of making sure we're getting some more vitamins or nutrients into our body that we maybe cannot get through food or through outside sources. So again, aminos or BCAAs is one of my favorites. You can get these in all different kinds of flavors, different types of brands, as well as different types of caffeine doses. I prefer my amino acids with a little bit of caffeine. I don't usually take a lot of caffeine. I don't drink coffee. So when I do take it, I can definitely feel it. If you're feeling a bit down throughout the day, it's a really good one just to kind of use to get your energy levels back up, as well as making sure your muscles aren't working too hard or too strenuous, so you can get that active recovery, as well as making sure they're working hard for you. Right, moving on, my next favorite is going to be creatine. Now, there's a lot of myths about creatine, about being water weight, about making you looking swollen or making you look round. There is some truth to this, guys. Obviously, it does retain water, but it doesn't make you swollen or any of that sort of stuff. 97% of professional athletes take creatine for a reason, guys. It is probably the best-selling supplement in the world, worldwide overall, because it works, guys. I'm gonna not stress this enough, but it's not taken for everyone because it is very, very small in terms of the increased performance. So my advice for those who are working out a lot, who are training, you're seeing a bit of a peak performance, you're not seeing that, you've been seeing a lot of results, but then you get to a point where you're not seeing the rest of the results. I'd say these are the persons or individuals that are going to want the creatine. That low 5 to 10% increase to getting those extra reps in, or maybe you just need to work, you're feeling a bit down or energy levels are down. This is the building blocks of energy, guys. Creatine is the building blocks of ATP, so the ATP is the building blocks of energy in your cells, and this is what's going to replenish it to get you those extra reps, get you those extra steps in to make sure you finish your workout each and every day, thus creating a more consistent or intense workout to get the results that you want. I'm just going to talk about pre-workout, guys. This is another big one that a lot of people have questions about. Personally, I go in phases about pre-workout. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. Pre-workout sometimes has a lot of additives, products that's gonna not be good for you guys. So make sure, one thing I want to talk to you about when you are choosing pre-workout, make sure you guys are looking at what's inside of it. Read the label, maybe do a bit of research, see what this is, see what it does to your body, and make sure that you know what you're putting in there. Alright guys, but like I said, pre-workout, it's for me, pre-workout is all about preference. It's that little thing to get you maybe up and motivated. It does have some supplementation in terms of vitamins and nutrients that can benefit you. But again, these are not necessary in terms of if you're getting a well-balanced meal, you should be getting enough nutrients, you should be getting enough vitamins. If you are eating right, that is the main important thing, including in this supplementation, is making sure your diet is well. But in terms of supplementation, there's a lot of different supplementations out there, as you can see. And if you do have a lot more thorough questions, make sure you come to us, because obviously there's a lot of information out there that can be misguided, that can be miscued. So make sure you talk to a professional when you're wondering what supplementations you should be taking. Alright? Thanks guys. Be safe out there.